Hi, I'm Mac McCarthy, and I help people with their breakups. And today I have a breakup story to share. And if you have a breakup story you want to share, visit WriteMac, that's writing, writemac.com. Send your story, and I could give you my take in a YouTube video just like this. If you like this video, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. If you want to subscribe, hit that red button. If you push that bell, you can get all the notifications on all the new videos dropped and the live streams, which I've been doing daily recently. And in those daily live streams, you could ask really good questions. So let's get into it. And if you have a comment to make to help this individual out, please put it down below. Hi, I put my story in the wrong place. Well, I got it. So me and my ex dated about 7 months. When she started dating, she didn't want a relationship. So if you start out the relationship that way, I don't know if that's a good thing, because how you start things is usually builds up to how it maybe ends or how things transpire. I would want to know why didn't she want a relationship? That tells me she had a past relationship that wasn't very good. She was hurt from, okay, didn't read this yet. She was hurt from her relationship about a year ago. The man of her dreams cheated on her. If she calls that guy the man of her dreams and he cheated on her, and she hasn't sought any relationship coach or therapy or a breakup coach like myself, she's probably still hung up on that. The idea that it's the man of her dreams, but he cheated on her, I don't know how those two things line up together, because I would think he's no longer the man of your dreams once he's cheated on you. So the association of those two things seems a bit twisted. We were friends for a couple months, and I grew on her, and we started dating. So you went the old friends route, huh? I'm not against that. I know it works sometimes. I know, a lot of the dating sites and videos would say, oh, don't ever get in the friend zone, man. But if you work together or an individual's like this, sometimes familiarity breeds attraction. The book, The Like Switch, talks about this. Everything was great, and then she got a job in NY, so she moved, and we did a long distance for 4 months before we broke up. Well, the fact that you were able to be in a relationship long distance for 4 months says something, but long distance relationships never result in long-term relationships. And if the problem was only the distance, then you can go over there and get a job and possibly work things out, or you can go over there for 2 or 3 weeks, rekindle things, and relight the match, relight the flame, and be in each other's presence. But if you're never going to move there, long distance is a short-term relationship. That's just the way it works out. There's an expiration date on long distance relationships. That's just how it is. And for you to carry on for 4 months is pretty strong. Unless you're planning on moving over to where she works, or she's planning to move back within the next year or so, if it didn't end now, it'd end later. So it was hard. It was hard long distance. Things got shaky. I lost my job. I wasn't happy with myself, and she knew that. Well, anytime you lose your job, it's usually a spiral if you don't have a job to replace it. And, a job's part of a man's purpose, and it's part of his well-being, and it's part of his significance. So it's going to affect your relationship. And the answer to that is to get a new job, right? And get out there. And why wouldn't, at this point, if you lost your job, wouldn't that be an opportunity to possibly, if you were interested where she lives, to move where she lives? And she lives in an area, it sounds like, that has a lot of work, NY, New York. But, why wouldn't you consider that? She got a promotion for her job, which was a lot of stress. But why would getting a promotion be stress? That should be a happy thing. But the month of May, things were different. I felt like she lost attraction. We had talks, and we would fight. Well, this is what happens in long distance is all of a sudden you're like, you've changed, you've done this, because people get tired of contacting each other through FaceTime or the phone or messaging each other. Humans need physical contact when they're in a serious relationship. So they could bring up other issues, but the real issue is a lack of intimacy and direct human contact and being each other's actual presence, not just through a computer screen. My insecurities were at an all-time high. So one day I see something on Instagram. She did one of those question stickers, and the question from a male appeared, and it said this: hey, I lived closer, can I take you out? Hey, if I lived closer, can I take you out? She replied with a picture of her dog, and it said, the only man that takes me is my dog. Okay, I can see how that bothered you. I felt stupid. I was like, wow, I live in Florida. I make an effort to see you every month, and you post that. Yeah, I can see how that bothered you, but she's also telling you who she is and what she thinks. But I don't know her sense of humor. I mean, if that's her sense of humor and she's just joking around, or if you took it really, really personal, I could see how that could go either way, right? I mean, For me, I like to joke around. Maybe I would think it was funny, but maybe not in the moment. And you know her personality better than I do. I told her how I felt, and she said, I don't think this will work. Well, that's pretty clear. She said, we both view relationships different, so we broke up. Well, that's very clear, and that's very possible. So, you might realize that after 7 months in a relationship that you actually, value a relationship in a different way. And if she has a new job and a new promotion, that's probably going to come first, and that's why she moved there. And that's always going to impede the progress of your relationship. So 2 weeks go by after a break. We still are in contact. She has contacted me like she misses me and stuff. So one day I ask her, hey, what are we doing? Are we going to work things out or get back together? I'm confused. Well, by you asking that, you're putting her in the driver's seat. You're letting her lead the situation, and you're waiting on her with bated breath. I don't know if that's the best situation to be in. If you guys are trying to work things out, then you should actually be in each other's presence. You should go over there for a week or a weekend and try to plan something out of getting a job over there and spend some time together. But overall, until you get rid of that distance, and there's no answer to getting rid of that distance, you're prolonging a breakup. Then she blows up on me saying stupid stuff like I'm needy. See? The thing is, whenever you ask her where the relationship's going and you guys are in a good place, it kind of puts a lot of pressure on her, and you said she's already feels stress. She then blows up on me saying stupid stuff like I'm needy. She was tired of being a life coach to me. Well, you had said that you also were in a bad place right now because of losing your job. And I'm not being discompassionate or uncompassionate in this situation. I've been out of work before, and it's not fun, and it does affect your relationship. But if the only time she gets to talk to you, you're complaining and whining, over time that becomes highly unattractive to women. She's thinking, go and get a new job. She got one. And all this other shit. So whatever I leave her alone, she still kept in contact with me, sending me random text messages about nothing really. Well, she's keeping you on the line as an option. She's catpawing you, and she's looking at it like she probably doesn't have a replacement right now. She still cares about you. She still likes to talk to you, but she doesn't like your current situation where you don't have a job, you're complaining, you're being needy in her eyes. And like I said, nothing's going to improve until you're able to be in each other's presence on a regular basis. Anyways, looks happy, she looks beautiful, she's doing a lot just like I am. I've been focusing on myself. I got a new job. Congratulations, right on, man. New car, things are well for me. I miss her every day. Well, that's where it comes in needy, right? Because the idea, if you miss her every day and you convey that in the messages, it's not attractive. I know that's how you really feel, but it comes off needy. But I'm outstanding that you got a new job and a new car. And I'm sure your feelings and your attitude and your swagger probably changed in those moments. I go on dates with other females and they are beautiful, but I can't shake my ex. Well, there's something you're holding on to there. And it's probably the fact that the way it ended, it was kind of on her terms and the things that she said about you. I even heard from her sister, my ex is moving back to Florida where I live again next month. Well, that would change the whole dynamic. That would give you guys another shot at a real relationship. I guess stuff wasn't going good like she said over there. I'm not sure what's going on, or should I still try? I love her, but I don't think she values me. That's a needy statement because you don't need her to value you. And if she doesn't value you, that's not a good partner for you. I know that if you feel that way and you act that way, it breeds neediness. And if you feel like she doesn't appreciate you in the relationship, then you're not going to change her mind of that or explain that to her. That's going to come off as feminine. She still has my family on social media, still likes my family stuff. My family's talked to her, but nothing about me, of course. Well, just because you guys broke up, she still likes your family. And if you ever were to get back together, that's a point in your corner. Her family loves me as well. We kind of have the same friends as well. I stay in touch with them. I talk nothing about her, though. I read her Twitter sometimes. Well, that's good that you don't talk any bad shit or you don't seem bitter. And sometimes she posts stuff like sometimes people are in your life for a lesson. It's true. That doesn't necessarily mean it's you. It could mean you, but I wouldn't spend too much time thinking about that because you just don't know. Another tweet, I have a hole in my heart, and I don't know what that word is, so confused, but I only check her social media once a week. I wouldn't check her social media at all at this point if you're moving forward and you're doing well. Because whenever you check social media, you open a loop on the story, and if you don't know the ending, your mind will go nuts, and you create a mouse wheel of thought and narratives that aren't true, and you're just guessing, and that's not a good position to be in. It's a waste of time, actually. It was the worst before. I checked every hour. Well, good for you. I deleted my social media. It got so bad. Good. She used to check my Instagram story, but she hasn't in about a week since I turned my social media back on. Well, I'd say that you got a job, you got a new car, and you're doing all right. And the fact that you only check her social media once a week, where it was once every hour before, you're doing well. And you don't want to get back to ground zero. You're in a pretty good place right now. So continue doing your thing. And if she reaches out to you, she knows where to find you. You have mutual friends. I wouldn't go out of your way at this point for her. She's already accused you of being needy. So don't convey that again. So stay in your lane, and if she comes back and you guys had a conversation, be in the present moment. Don't bring up old shit. And if you continue to feel like she doesn't value you as an individual, maybe she's not the right one for you. So I hope that helps you. Please visit writemac.com if you have a breakup story you want to share, or if you'd like to book a live coaching session. Thank you for supporting the channel.